As the highest number of women killed by men. A dismal statistic that was driven home this week after two upstate women died at the hands of their boyfriends. New tonight, 7 on Your Side's Dave Jordan sat down with a domestic violence activist who says the new state law doesn't go far enough. Dave.
Well, Christine, there are two types of crimes that Sharon Tetherow is working to prevent. And with these two domestic violence deaths in the news, she expects her phone to ring off the hook with victims seeking help. One of the biggest concerns is that the domestic violence law that was recently signed by Governor Haley allows some abusers to keep their guns. Last week was a tragic one for domestic violence victims in the upstate. On Tuesday, the body of 31-year-old Melissa Miller was found in a house on Mill Road in Spartanburg. Police believe she was killed by her boyfriend and point to this police report Miller filed just before she went missing. In it, she said her boyfriend threatened to shoot her. Then on Saturday, investigators say this man, 30-year-old Anthony Gaston, stabbed and shot his girlfriend to death in front of witnesses near a busy intersection in Greer.
It's always sad to see another victim killed in South Carolina because we are one of the worst states for women being killed by their boyfriends or ex-husbands.
Hearing those stories takes Sharon Tetherow back to a dark place. For 10 years, she too was a domestic violence victim, enduring beatings from her husband and was even held at gunpoint. That's why she doesn't understand why a new domestic violence law allows some abusers to have guns.
Gun rights associations think we're against guns. We're not against the gun. Guns are, they're useful, but it's when they're in the hands of violent offenders, because it's just easier access.
I sat down with State Attorney General Alan Wilson back in May just before the bill was signed. He stressed the need for the new law.
We currently live in a state where you can beat your dog and get 5 years, you beat your spouse and you get 30 days. And that is not the values of South Carolina. We have stronger values than that.
Now, before the law was passed, there was a lot of debate among lawmakers on this very issue. Supporters of the new law point out that the compromise was reached, which would allow a lifetime ban on the worst domestic violence offenders, not allowing them to have guns, and an automatic 3 or 10-year ban in other cases. Christine.
Thanks, Dave. Governor Haley says the new law is the first step to changing a culture that often ignores domestic abuse.